Hello, everyone. Hello. Rashi in Parshat Chukas quotes from Rav Moshe Darshan the following idea. Why is the para duma a para? Why specifically a female cow? Rav Moshe Darshan says that the para duma is mechaper for the cheta egel. And just like you call the mother to clean up after the baby, so the para duma, in a sense, cleans up after the cheta egel and is mechaper for cheta egel. What's the pshat in that comment of Rav Moshe Darshan? There are different approaches. I want to share what the Beis Halevi said. It's a famous Beis Halevi. Beis Halevi says as follows. When it comes to cheta egel, so some Makoros sound like it was real avodah zarah. However, other Makoros, the Kuzari and others say, it wasn't outright avodah zarah. Bnei Yisrael had good intentions when they did the cheta egel. They were looking for another leader. Moshe was gone, and he would help them in their avodas Hashem, something to focus on. And Am Yisrael helped them focus. And Am Yisrael felt we need something else to help us focus. We need something physical to help us focus in our avodas Hashem. It wasn't real avodah zarah. It wasn't outright avodah zarah. They had good intentions, and the truth is, it wasn't so crazy. That's what the Mishkan was like. In the end, the Mishkan was something physical, which helped us focus on avodas Hashem. The problem was Hashem didn't tell them to make an egel, and it goes against one of their seres dibros. So cheta egel represents following logical human wisdom that goes against what Hashem says. Cheta egel represents following logical human wisdom that goes against what Hashem says. Oh, what's the paraduma? The paraduma is the classic chok. It's a mitzvah that defies rational thinking, rational understanding. The whole point of the paraduma is to be mitaher the tmeim. But most of the kohanim who were involved in preparing the paraduma became tameh. So how can it be the same thing is mitar tmeim and mitame term at the same time? Doesn't make sense. That's the paraduma. Zos chukas haTorah, it's the ultimate chok. What does a chok symbolize? That we follow what Hashem says, even when it goes against rational human thinking. So that's the pshat, the deep pshat. That's the pshat of Moshe Darshan. The hashkafic mistake, which led to cheta egel, that mistake in an approach, it's the paraduma fixes up, is misake in that mistake, because paraduma is the opposite. We follow what Hashem says, even if it goes against regular rational human thinking. And if you keep the paraduma, that's mechaper, that fixes up the mistaken hashkafic yesod that led to cheta egel. I once heard a beautiful pshat from Avar Soloveitchik Zatzal. You know, the word ta'am means reason, and the word ta'am means flavor. What's the idea? Avar explained, based on this idea, the reasons for the mitzvos aren't the essence of the mitzvah, they add flavor to the mitzvah. We do mitzvos because Hashem said so. That's the message of paraduma. And that's the mistake they made by cheta egel. We do mitzvos because Hashem said so. On top of that, we look for the reason. So here's the mashal. Mitzvos are like vitamins. Vitamins are good for you. Go to the doctor, you run down, take these vitamins, they're good for you. Now, vitamins don't always taste good. But you take them anyway because the doctor says, take the vitamins. He has 12 degrees on the wall. You trust the doctor. But when you know the reason for the mitzvah and you understand it, it adds a geschmack. You get excited. The reason for the mitzvah, the Tama mitzvah, it adds flavor to the mitzvah. You enjoy it more. Mitzvos are like vitamins. Mitzvos with reasons are like Flintstones vitamins. That's a perfect mashal. Mitzvos are like vitamins. Mitzvos with reasons are like Flintstones vitamins. And that's why the word ta'am, which means reason, also means flavor. Because the reason for the mitzvah, it adds flavor, but the essential mitzvah I do because Hashem commanded. That was the mistake they made by cheta egel, and that was the yesod of paraduma, which taka fixes up for cheta egel. This idea, the mitzvahs are like vitamins, I heard from my Rebbe Rav Shechter Shlita, The Sefer Nachal Keduma of the Chidah quotes from the Rashba. The Torah calls Hashem a Rofe, Ani Hashem Rofecha, a doctor. What's the mashal? Hashem is a doctor. The Rashba says exactly this word. The Rashba says, just like you listen to the Rofe, whatever he says, even if you don't know, you don't know how it works. You rely on the doctor. Beautiful shot. The Torah refers to Hashem as a Rofe exactly for this idea. I do what Hashem says. Hashem's the ultimate doctor, capital D. I do whatever Hashem says. On top of that, I try to look for the reasons as well. There's a big message for us nowadays. We have to do the mitzvahs because Hashem commanded. And on top, look for the reasons, try to understand more of a geschmack. But fundamentally, the time of the reason adds flavor to the mitzvah. But it's not the essence of the mitzvah itself. That we get from the Beis Halevi's approach to the comment of Rav Moshe Darshan about Parah Duma and Chet Egel. Okay, we'll stop here. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos, good Shabbos.